That's a whirlwind to go through. I dropped Seven Deadly Sins, and I'm kind of happy that I did because I was getting fairy tale vibes from it, and fairy tale already did a real toll on my psyche. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's just it's hard to be a creator and obviously finish your series strong, especially when you have characters that you know the fan base loves and you want to show them one final time. You want to show them in as much glory as you can. But I also think that it's not a manga exclusive thing, but you see it more with manga than other series. It's always such a tempered ending, and it's like it finishes with a whimper, and it makes you wonder why. Like we there's so much examples of weak endings in anime and manga. It's like, why do you want to be the next in line in that? Don't you want to be one of the creators who actually ended their series strong, even if the ending wasn't as strong as the peak points? Don't you want to at least finish where somebody will be satisfied? Like, I would hate if anything that I put out there was loved up until the end, where the person would spend more time talking about how weak it was at the end than how strong it was at its best. So
Yeah, and I think the thing that why people have the biggest problems with the ending is because we are we are always very lenient with mistakes and or flaws in a story until the ending because we think, oh no, this is going to be explained. This is like once this makes sense, this makes sense, and then it never get explained, and then you're like, oh no, this is bullshit. But that's why when an anime does it do well or manga does it do well, it resonates with people. Like no matter how much shit I give like Naruto, and I do give Naruto a lot of shit, it's one of the few mangas with an actual really good ending. Like the final fight with Naruto and Sasuke, like I've skipped a lot of Naruto because I just wanted to be caught up with the anime when it's ended because I heard like, oh, it's ending. I'm gonna watch the anime. And then they fucking ruined a lot of the ending with like the filler. And but once they got to the fight, it was amazing. It was fantastic. And then they introduced Boruto, which is now the gold standard of how you end a shonen. It's like you get a final fight, and then you get the son, or in Demon Slayer you get the grandson. But in Naruto, it made so much
oh,
sense. It's like, yes, of course he has a son. Like we have a love interest since like chapter one, I think. I don't know when is Hinata introduced, and then of course they're gonna have a child. And then I think Bleach did the same thing, and everyone's like, well, this is shit. It's just Naruto's ending, but shitter. And a lot of people made the joke is like, oh yeah, when One Piece is gonna end, we're gonna have his son Buffy, and then
oh.
and then we found out that no, Buffy isn't his son. Buffy is the form Luffy has while in the prison because look at him. Damn, he's a beefcake. That's a buff E.
Oda always thinking 5 steps ahead.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you guys want Buffy? I'm gonna give you Buffy.
Oh my gosh, Derek, what would your life be like if you never discovered anime?
I will be president of the world. No, what would my life be like? I think I would be giving games a lot more attention because right now, if I have nothing to do, I'll turn up an anime. I also think like, well, to be honest, I think it would be a lot different because one of the things that connected me and my girlfriend when we first met each other is that we watched anime. Um, so yeah, if I never watched anime, I wouldn't connect with her. So maybe I would have still been single. Maybe I had a whole different relationship. Who knows? Like I've and anime had like a big impact on me just purely because of that. Like and I mean, for that, I'm always helpful, always thankful to anime. But I also think like my life, yeah, like I'm a very procrastinating person. So I just sitting down and watching something is sometimes really difficult for me. But anime is just the right length for me to invest time in it. Like a normal episode of like a TV series this day is like 50 minutes. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna watch a 50-minute episode. I can just as well watch a movie. And so yeah, those kind of shows are very difficult for me to get into. So I don't think there is a world where I will never watch anime because then I would be an entirely different person. I would have never been into Pokemon when I was younger. I would never be into like action series. I would have like Pokemon anime got me into Pokemon the game. Pokemon the game got me into gaming. So how, if I never got into anime, I would also never been into gaming maybe. Like, even before I knew it was anime, it was always like a very integral part of like my entertainment, mostly because the Jetix series at the time were like filled with anime. Like I said, like a lot of like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Shaman King, Shinzo, Shin-Chen, the Five, the Open Star Racer. What else? Like, it's like, and I watched all of them because they were all so good. It's like what, and I watched them despite like unknowingly that they were anime. Like, if I just watched other shows, then how would I've become? I would have no idea.